2, 1.
Texas Theater Radio, we're back. We're back here, 88.9 FM in Chicago, radio.it.edu, streaming worldwide. Shout out to our listeners over in the motherland in Africa. Shout out to, we have Malawi, someone coming on named Malawi coming up soon.
Yes, from Malawi. He's from the country, Malawi. He's one of the theater practitioners there. And of course, we've had people on from Zambia, from Nigeria, South Africa. And Kenya.
Man, you get the word out there for Taste of Theater Radio, man.
Yeah, you got to coordinate.
Hey, brother, you're so talented with this here. Hey, one of the great parts about we get the chance to do, I mentioned before, we talk to so many different playwrights, producers, directors, people behind the scene, not even on the stage, people stage managing us, people doing makeup and everything. But also, we're business owners and runners and all that. And sometimes when we're running the businesses, we take the money out of our own pockets, and sometimes we forget to put the money back in our pockets. So over the last month and a half, we've had guests from Black Wall Street who have come in. Shout out to Carlos
Prince.
Yeah, because she had the Black Wall Street event a couple of weeks back.
Yes, she did.
Right, and so we teamed up with Carlos Prince to bring some of the vendors in, some of the Black-owned businesses, and to talk with us about their products and services. We have another person here, Miss Diane Burgess. You can find her on Facebook, Lady Di Burge, on Facebook information. You get her information on Facebook, and we're going to talk with you about your journey in financial consulting. How you doing, Diane?
I'm great. I appreciate you guys. inviting me in here.
Fantastic, fantastic. So one of the things you talked about when we did our pre-interview, you said, talk about the rules of the money game. What are the rules of the money game?
How to make, save, grow, and protect your money and create generational wealth so that we won't have any poor children again. We don't get tired of passing over debt.
Oh yeah, I hear you on that. Well, you had a saying about something ended with GoFundMe. What was the saying?
We get gym shoes, hair, nails, Starbucks, and marijuana. And then we GoFundMe when they need to bury someone.
Ain't that something?
Yeah, it is. It's sad that we don't have the financial literacy.
One of my insurance agents, Shawnee Barlow, shout out to New York Life, Shawnee Barlow, she's been protecting me and my family for the last 15, 20 years. She mentioned something about individuals, they may not want to get insurance policies out. And so it's too much money to pay for insurance, this, that, and the other. There's some different concepts about that. And I wasn't saying that, but she said, think about this. Everyone's going to go buy that new cell phone. Everyone's going to buy those new Jordans and so like that. You're going to pay for those things on an ongoing basis. Why not pay for something to create some financial security for yourself? Because we all should be doing it. Is that what your mission is?
Yeah, my mission is mission over commission. My mission is to make sure that our families are at least educated.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I can't sell you what you can't afford, but at least you have that information. And the information is very important to have. You know, they have this new insurance that a lot of insurance companies don't have. And that's living benefits. That's the new insurance that's going on now, that's been around since 1937. Something chronic, critical, or terminal, heart attack, stroke, or cancer happens to you, you should be able to access your life insurance. People think life insurance is for death, but it's from the time that you're here until you leave. You should be able to utilize your life insurance at that point. One of our business partners, her husband had a stroke, 38 years old. She called home to check on the kids. The girl said, Mommy, Daddy's on the kitchen floor taking a nap. He had a stroke at 38.
Wow.
No issues at all with his life. After going through the doctors and everything, they told him there's nothing else that they could do for him. He would be able to walk again. She remembered that she had life insurance and living benefits. So she called and they wired over $200,000 to her account because that's how much insurance. You're able to use up to 90% of whatever insurance that living benefit is. She was able to make her house handicap accessible, get a handicap accessible van. The first thing is going to show money. She was able to pay off her bills and then get him a top-rated physical therapist. 2 years later, the only thing he has is a limb. We don't know that.
It's so key that you're here because right now, most organizations, the ones that are surviving, I should say, they're going through open enrollment right now. That's something I need to look at. It's called living benefit.
Living benefits.
Really?
If you can't do 2 of the 6 daily living activities, going to the bathroom, eating, transferring, continence, torturing, two of those daily living activities you can't do, you're able to accelerate your insurance tax-free.
Look at that. And your background is so well-rounded, from mortgages to working with a phone company to assisting individuals with other financial hardships. Can you tell us about your background? How did you get to this point with PHP?
My mom was going through her transition a couple of years ago,
Mm-hmm.
and I've taken care of her bills for the last 60 years, 50 years I've taken care of her bills since I was 14. But I never went through her business because it wasn't my business. But when she was going through her transition, I had to go through that. She bought a burial plot in 1997 for $850 on 123rd and Kesey. And then she had a small policy. Today, that burial plot costs about $10,000. So I didn't have to worry about a GoFundMe. I was so proud of my mom that she took care of us and made sure that we didn't have to do that. You know, and that was very important. I really wasn't know about insurance that way until that happened. And now it's like, it's my mission to make sure, if nothing else, you're educated.
Oh yeah, most definitely, most definitely. And then you've done those help with insurance, and then you did some mortgage broker and mortgage banking.
I worked for Illinois Bell for 22 years, and then I went 100% commission into mortgages. When the industry went under in 2008, I learned how to do bankruptcies. You don't have to be an attorney. You just have to know how to do the paperwork. You can't take it in, and don't be a lawyer. So, and then I did that, and then I started working at Chase. I did that for 12 years, and then again, my mom started going through her transition. So, when they let me go, that was my next step, was to go and to make sure that our families are educated, because we don't know what we don't know.
Why do you think that is? Why we're not as educated as we should be on that?
I would say a lot of our past people sold our families insurance. They didn't tell us it was going to return. They didn't tell us it was going to expire. They didn't tell us that it would decrease, and by the time we died, that we wouldn't have little or no money. Some people had like $5,000 to bury somebody. They sold us mortgage insurance, not something that you could convert. Your term should be able to, a portion of it, you should be able to convert into whole life. And also, when it comes to life insurance, you don't have to take your whole life to pay for it. There's insurance where you can pay for it. My grandsons will be finished in 10 years, and both of them, one will be 10 years, and the other will be 15 years old. You don't have to take this the rest of your life.
I hear you on that.
And nobody really knows that.
Wow. And for those individuals who are aware of being financial savvy about that, thinking ahead or so, because I feel proud about the things I have set up for my family, because you got to get prepared for the next time, because it's going to happen eventually.
Yeah.
And we've have experienced that where individuals have left us and there have not been things set aside, or things have been set aside, I should say, and it wasn't properly set aside, what others didn't know.
Right.
And then it comes out a different way. And I've seen the stage play about that before too, where someone was supposed to be paying the insurance money, they stopped making the premiums or so, and then the father died, and then they realized, oh, I stopped making the payments on it. Everyone's expecting to be to handle all this stuff, and it didn't go well for them. So
Message.
You know, a lot of people are afraid of term insurance, but if you have children, what is $200,000 going to do for you? It takes almost $300,000 to take a kid from birth to 18, and that's not even college yet.
mm-hmm.
So that $200,000 is gone. You lose everything.
And wait till you have a daughter. Goodness gracious.
Yeah, I mean, you have to remember those children. You need $1 million worth of insurance. We need to be like the Vanderbilts.
Yeah.
You know, they did $1 million worth of, I'm sorry, I take that back. The Rockefellers. The Vanderbilts were the ones who squandered their money, so they're not out there anymore.
Okay.
But the Rockefellers have this waterfall effect. Meaning they get $1 million worth of insurance on their families. The family get to use that money, and you know, when they die, they put it right back in the trust, so it goes right back in. We need to have that waterfall effect in our families right now, because what we're leaving right now is debt.
You're absolutely right. And that's what my insurance agent, she talks about. My financial services representative, she talks about that, making sure we're leaving something behind, leaving a legacy. And she said, like, well, if that's $200,000, that's only going to last, what, like 3 years? I mean, so you got to have a little bit more than that. And sometimes you got to start thinking about that. So how can individuals get a hold of you to learn more? Do you do speaking engagements or so? Do you do private financial consulting?
I'm not a financial consultant.
Oh, it's not? What?
No, I'm a financial professional. I don't have any titles behind me.
Okay.
I'm a financial professional to the point when it comes to insurance and educating family. But I'm not an advisor also. Advisors, they got all those accolades behind me, I don't have all of those.
Okay.
So the way to get in touch with me is my cell, 312-919-0999. The key to this is making sure that our families have this. You might have insurance, but make sure you have living benefits. At the end of the day, someone asked me, could you give me a quote? I said, no, you need to go to one of the stores on the street to find out. I build a relationship. I'm not just gonna give you insurance, because I need to know about you. I can't just sell you insurance and not know what your lifestyle is. That kind of defeats the purpose. We go back to just giving you insurance from the past.
I understand that. Well, again, what's your number again? How can individuals contact you to learn more?
312-919-0999. The easiest number in the world that I picked out myself.
Oh, fantastic. Taste of the Radio, like so we get a chance to talk with so many wonderful people. And again, partnering with Black Wall Street, with the Taste of Theater Festival coming up this weekend. We're going to have a lot of things coming up. Speaking of that, one more thing.
I wanted to say do you guys know that there's an insurance company here that's nonprofit that's been around for 151 years? I have a grant right now that I'm giving to. I have $3,400 as an owner to give a grant to a nonprofit.
A Taste of Theater.
151 years, pardon me?
A Taste of Theater.
That same company also have an orphan policy. Mom, dad, kids, everybody have their own insurance. God forbid mom, dad go and don't come back. We've seen that a lot. They pay child support up to $900 a month and they give the kids scholarships. Could you imagine how that could have helped our children, where some of the families don't come back and now no one can afford it, now those children are in the system because there was no money.
You're absolutely right. It happens too many times in our community. Well, we're glad you came by to spend some time with us to talk as a financial professional, supporting Black Wall Street. We're going to continue to support you, continue to support College Springs. We're going to take a quick break again, and then we're going to come back and talk about some recently seen shows. We're going to talk about the Taste of Theater Festival coming up this weekend, and also support some of our other playwrights out in Chicagoland area. Taste of Theater Radio. Thank you so
They
much.
don't have living benefits.
Huh?
They don't have living benefits.
Who?
Your insurance company.
You gotta tell me.
I literally my daughter just bought another policy on me, and I don't know, but I just signed the papers today. But we might need to
Just make sure that you have that, because it's very important.
but this might need to revisit.
I didn't know. I already know.
Because the policy is a little bit.
So when we come back, I want to talk again about the shows I've seen,
Okay.
but also talk with Ace and Darrell again, and you about the Taste of Theater Festival. We got like 5 minutes.
Yep.
So you can make it really nice, at least you have all this time. That's the key.
Because I currently have my insurance, and like they try to do this piecemeal kind of thing.
Yeah, every time I see a show, I think how lucky it is to be able to spend time with you.
Oh man, I appreciate it.
He was paying $50 a month,
Appreciate it.
$2 million worth of insurance. They said, sure, you can keep it. It's gonna cost you $500 a month. When you leave that group, you don't have insurance. Thank goodness.
You know why?
He was helping us.
Because
He had to pay more for his insurance.
I don't get a chance to do this.
Oh, yeah.
To speak with my kids.
And that's what happened with my mom when she passed away. She was
It
working
is
for
tough, I
Walmart,
know.
and when her out, they made her go for part-time, full-time,
I'm just letting you know.
they cut her benefits.
Let me
And then when she passed
let's
away,
shut this off.
I want to run, get ready to run.
Oh, wow.
a plan.
Let's play like let's kind of end it.